Time to get into BDSM 101. We learned, hopefully, the basics. Hopefully, you've watched the two videos over here on our channel, BDSM 001 and BDSM 001 Part 2. We have another selection of videos. These are all being put together again because this is a good educational moment. I'm going to try to keep the video to about an hour. We'll see where we get into this. This is all content from our TikTok channel. We're bringing you over here to make sure the education is always available. We don't know what's going to happen in September. Plus, we want to have a big audience on here as well. We want to do special YouTube-only shows that'll focus on YouTube. That's pretty exciting for us. So let me stop stalling because you're here to get educated on BDSM 101. Let's go. Welcome to the BDSM 101 playlist. In here, you're going to find the things that go on BDSM 001. So if you are new or just need a refresher course or want to make sure you got it all down, make sure you start at BDSM 001 and view the different topics and understand some of those very topics will be gone back over. We're actually going to stitch those videos and give it a more advanced look for BDSM 101 because BDSM 101 means you're thinking about actually playing. You've gone through 001, you now understand it, and you figure, yeah, this is something I want in my life. Welcome to BDSM. We're happy to have you. But before you go out there and you start doing things, let's go over the final bit of basics. When you're done with this playlist module that we are recording over the summer of 2025, your next step will be to go to the KEDU or KEDU actual playlist, which is more, I wouldn't even say advanced. Some of it will still be a bit basic. It's basic on a level of understanding. Right now, if you haven't done the 001 or the 101, you fully don't understand BDSM and the kinky lifestyle we have now. All of BDSM has power exchange. So until we get to KEDU, you mostly are going to see a lot of kinks that might not actually have power exchange. So your first 101 actual teachable moment here is that if someone says they're in BDSM, they're in power exchange, while kinks don't necessarily need power exchange, there might be a top and bottom position where someone's in charge of the scene and someone is enduring and taking the scene, but that's not as much a power exchange with certain things. Like tickling, someone is submitting, there's a slight bit, but it's not a focus. BDSM, like, even though it's an umbrella term, will really focus into power exchange with another person, going into the sub-dom aspect. It's kind of, I hate to say it, but a minutia thing, and it's very personal dependent. So it's not really something that is written in stone because you will have service bottoms, service tops, which we touched on a little bit in 001. It gets complex. And BDSM 101 will start to deal with some of that complexity. And KEDU will take the complexity to the next level. So you're in the middle of your journey. By the end of this journey, and when we finish all the videos this summer, we hope that you can go out and start to explore deeper concepts. And while some of those deeper concepts will feel a little basic, some of them will go a lot deeper. And we probably will add certain playlists to go along with. Our focus right now is getting you ready to be in the community, in the lifestyle, in understanding, fully understand consent, and understand many of the things that go into BDSM in the kinky world. Welcome to BDSM 101. Leave your questions, by the way, in the action of this video, and we'll cover them as well in the appropriate playlist and module series. BDSM is not inherently sexual. It is mental. We think about it, we negotiate about it, we communicate about it. We talk about our play profiles, our risk profiles. We make sure we're compatible. And after that, finally, we use diaper. Did I ask permission extensively with representation to ask for consent? And don't forget about new needs, expectations, and wants. Follow for more kinky knowledge. A harsh reality. Being a dominant doesn't mean telling someone what to do. Dominating a person, especially when they're submitting to you, which is the only ethical way to do it with consent, though there are role plays that don't take that into account, but that's still consented for. It is about making a person feel like you're in charge. And the knee jerk reaction to this is being aggressive and only using physical traits, grabbing someone, manhandling them, threatening them with pain. And all of that is surface level. And it's amazing for scenes. But what if you have a dynamic that goes beyond scenes? There has to be rewards. And we don't talk about that, do we, in our DS relationships enough? We don't talk about how there has to be a reward system. The reward just isn't the kinky stuff, it has to be other things. The rewards have to also be motivating. And even the way that we dominate, it's not always about yelling at someone or intimidating someone or getting them to bend to your will. It's about making a system that invites a person to feel represented while still having to comply to the rules given. What I mean by that is, as a dominant, you find the problem or an issue. Let's say that it's the amount of screen time that you give to your submissive, your masochist, and you want to make sure that that's under control. So you use something like the obedience app, and then you make them screenshot you their times. But every so often, people just, we have moments. We need a distraction, we can't sleep, or we're just really bored while waiting at the doctor's office, as an example. And your partner might have used their time already and need more additional time. Granting them more is perfectly legitimate, but making a system in place so they can ask for it without having to wait for you because you're not there with them. It's not like they can look over to you and go, "Hey, I'm bored right now. Can I get 10 more minutes of screen time?" So giving them a way, "Hey, text me. If I don't text you back right away, you can take an additional 5 minutes without any concern. I won't be mad. You won't have to deal with any type of punishment. It's on me to try to be as responsive as I can. Sometimes in life that's not possible, but I'd rather there be a practice in place where you can access what you want to, what you need to at times. Maybe the distraction is just being able to shut your mind off to go to sleep. Now they have this ability. They don't have to be nervous about texting you how long is it going to take for them to get back, especially a lot of times when we need a distraction, we need it immediately. Make things, and it's not about making them easy, it is about making them work in a real world. So, in a real world, someone who needs a distraction, if they're telling you they need a distraction, they need to use maybe, 10 more minutes on Google to look something up. If you have them even limited on Google searches and using like a browser, they need to do it generally in that moment. Teaching them to send the immediate text, letting you know that is part of your dynamic. They are submitting to you and showing you respect by bowing to you, asking for it. I cannot stress this enough. Making a person feel owned and your ward as a joking term, but as your possession isn't always just about your mind, do as you're told. It is, okay, I've heard you. This is how it's going to be. This is our plan. And you will be compliant to this plan. And it's a fair plan that works for us both. They're going to be eager to still want to submit to you and be the good object that they want to be for you. And they feel recognized. I can't tell you how much recognizing your submissives matter. So many of you don't understand that. So many of you think when they say they want to be treated just like a toy, yeah, they do, but not all the time. They want to make sure that you're still seeing them. Being dominant means being the leader. Be the leader you'd want to follow. Be fair. Be consistent. And be the person who's in charge. That means problem solving. That means making something that works, not just sticking by something on principle. Consider it. Because remember, BDSM is not sexual. There is no perfect one size fits all for everyone. And it's not something that you're going to figure out day one. Every day you're going to be met with potential moments that haven't been considered. So it is your job as a leader to come up with a plan, to then give the plan to the submissive as a form of negotiation. You don't have to ask permission, but you say, and this should be in your early stages, hey, I'll come up with the ideas. This is how we'll handle it. I'll give it to you. If you have any concerns, please share them with me. You still want their input, and don't make that mistake. Your submissive's input is often more important than your own because they're the ones having to endure. It is your job to find things that they're willing to endure so you both can enjoy your dynamic together. It is not your job to make everything up. And just become king.
So if you don't know what a safe word is, you're not a lay person, you're a dangerous person, you shouldn't be playing. Safe words is 101. Do not play before getting the 101 out of the way. Hell, I would argue safe words is 001. It's the cost of admittance into this lifestyle word it is.
Hey everybody, sorry about the little snafu we're having. For some reason, we're actually on the other computer. The computer kind of just suddenly failed on us. So we might just have to restart this video. So apologies for that computer issue. So we're going to end the stream. Apologies again for this, but I think we'll just start over. We were early enough in it. So see us restart it in about 2 minutes for those watching live. We'll see you then.